What I wish I knew about dinosaurs as a kid. I wish someone had told me that the towering skeletons in museums weren't just static monuments of bone. They were the framework for vibrant, breathing animals that walked this very same Earth millions of years ago. It's a story that goes far beyond fossils. It's a story about lives, complex, dynamic, and utterly alien lives, from the first tentative steps of their ancestors to their incredible reign and eventual dramatic transformation. This isn't just a history lesson, it's the greatest story our planet has ever told, and we're going to cover 150 million years of it faster than a meteor hit. This is the timeline you need. Ready? Let's rewind the clock. Our story begins in the Triassic period, around 252 million years ago, in the wake of a global catastrophe. The Great Dying had just wiped out 90% of all species, leaving a world of opportunity. On the supercontinent of Pangaea, life was making a comeback. And among the survivors were small, unassuming reptiles that would give rise to giants. These weren't the titans you're picturing. The first dinosaurs were pioneers, small, weird, and bipedal. Creatures like Velociraptor, the dawn plunderer, were no bigger than a dog. They were fast, agile, and just trying to survive in a world dominated by other larger reptiles. They were the underdogs, taking their first evolutionary steps onto a global stage. Then came the Jurassic. Pangaea began to split apart, changing ocean currents and weather patterns. The arid world of the Triassic gave way to a wetter, lusher planet. This new environment, rich with vast forests of ferns and conifers, was the perfect fuel for an explosion in size. This is the era that brings the classics to life, the long-necked sauropods, true titans of the Earth. Think of Diplodocus, stretching over 85 feet long, using its whip-like tail for defense, or Brachiosaurus, the arm lizard, a high browser, using its giraffe-like stance to munch on treetops 30 feet in the air. Their sheer scale is mind-boggling. They were living, breathing ecosystems, the largest land animals of all time. But where there are giants, there are also hulking predators. The Jurassic wasn't just peaceful grazing, it was a constant battle for survival, ruled by carnivores like Allosaurus. This was the lion of the Jurassic, a formidable hunter with serrated blade-like teeth and powerful claws, perfectly evolved to take down prey many times its size. The Jurassic world was a high-stakes drama of predator and prey, played out on a colossal scale. As we move into the Cretaceous period, the world looks even more familiar, with continents drifting closer to their modern positions. And, with this change came a revolutionary new type of plant: flowers. This new food source fueled an incredible diversification of life. By the Cretaceous, feathers, which first appeared on a small scale in the Jurassic, became much more common, and specialized hunters changed the game entirely. This is where our image of dinosaurs gets a major, fluffy update. Yes, some dinosaurs had feathers, and not just a few fuzzy filaments. We're talking complex veined feathers, just like those on modern birds. Creatures like Velociraptor and its relatives, the dromaeosaurs, were covered in them. These weren't for flight, at least not at first. Feathers likely evolved for insulation, to keep these warm-blooded animals cozy. They were also used for display, with vibrant colors and patterns to attract mates or intimidate rivals, much like a peacock does today. This discovery fundamentally changed how we see these animals. Not as scaly monsters, but as active, intelligent, and often beautiful creatures. The Cretaceous was also the age of specialization. Herbivores evolved incredible defenses, like the armored tank that was Ankylosaurus, with its body plating and devastating tail club, or Triceratops, with its massive shield-like frill and 3 iconic horns. In response, predators became even more formidable. This is the era of the most famous dinosaur of all, Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rex wasn't just a big brute, it was a highly evolved killing machine with the most powerful bite force of any land animal ever, capable of crushing bone with ease. It had keen senses of smell and vision, making it the undisputed apex predator of its environment. So, what about those feathers? They weren't just for show, they were the beginning of a whole new way of life. The link is a creature called Archaeopteryx, which lived in the late Jurassic. It had teeth, a long bony tail, and claws on its wings like a dinosaur, but it also had advanced, asymmetrical flight feathers, just like a modern bird. It was a perfect transitional fossil, a snapshot of evolution in action. This discovery in the 1860s was the first strong evidence that birds didn't just appear out of nowhere. So when you see a pigeon in the park, or a sparrow at your feeder, what are you really looking at? Birds. They're living dinosaurs. They are the direct descendants of a group of two-legged feathered dinosaurs called theropods. They survived the asteroid impact that wiped out their larger relatives and went on to conquer the skies, diversifying into over 10,000 species today. They are modern proof that the story of the dinosaurs didn't end with a boom, it just took flight. Now we often think of dinosaurs as giants, and some certainly were. The sauropods of the Cretaceous, like Argentinosaurus, may have reached lengths of over 100 feet and weighed close to 100 tons, making them the heaviest land animals to ever exist. But that's only one side of the story. Not all dinos were giants. Some fit in your kitchen. Take Compsognathus, a theropod from the late Jurassic, which was only about the size of a chicken. Or Microraptor, a four-winged feathered dinosaur from the Cretaceous, which was no bigger than a crow. Dinosaurs filled every imaginable ecological niche, from tiny insect eaters scurrying in the undergrowth to colossal herbivores that reshaped the landscape with every step. Their world was just as diverse in size and scale as our own. So, how do we know all this? How do we turn stone and bone into a living, breathing world? That's the magic of paleontology. It starts in the field, with fossil finds, often in harsh, remote locations where ancient rock layers are exposed. Scientists carefully excavate these fragile treasures, jacketing them in plaster for their long journey to the lab. Then, the real detective work begins. Paleontologists use a variety of methods to date bones. Relative dating tells us if a fossil is older or younger than another, based on its position in rock layers, or strata. For a precise age, they use radiometric dating, which measures the decay of radioactive isotopes in volcanic ash layers found above or below the fossil, giving us a date with astonishing accuracy. And modern technology is taking us even deeper. CT scanners, like those used in hospitals, allow us to peer inside skulls to reconstruct brains and learn about their senses. We can analyze the chemical isotopes in teeth to figure out what a dinosaur ate and drank. We can even study microscopic structures called melanosomes in fossilized feathers to reconstruct their original colors. Every year brings mind-blowing recent discoveries that rewrite what we thought we knew. We're finding new species, uncovering new behaviors, and painting an ever clearer picture of their lost world. Want the deep dives into these incredible topics? We can explore the epic fossil finds that changed history, break down exactly how paleontologists date bones with atomic clocks, and investigate the mind-blowing recent discoveries that are happening right now. The story of the dinosaurs is constantly evolving, with new chapters being written with every fossil unearthed. If you want to be part of that journey of discovery, subscribe to Timelines and like the video to keep this curiosity timeline rolling. There's so much more to explore, and a quick fact to leave you with: the biggest known dinosaur may still be a mystery. While Argentinosaurus and Patagotitan are contenders, fragmentary remains of other, even larger individuals have been found. We may not have found the true king yet, and that's the fun part. The next big discovery could be just around the corner.